Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to be reviewing and testing two different makeup products. I recently Snapchatted and I said something like the e.l.f. HD powder is comparable to the Laura Mercier powder, and a lot of you guys were super stoked about that. You were really psyched, and you guys asked me like you should do a video and compare them because like that's a pretty huge claim to make since the Laura Mercier powder is such a holy grail product for so many YouTubers. So without further ado, let the games begin. It is morning because I wanted to film this as early as I could. It is currently 9:13 in the morning. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I have my foundation on already, and I'm just really quickly gonna do my concealer routine. Concealing routine is done. I did quickly contour, and now we're gonna go into the powders. So obviously I have the e.l.f. HD setting powder, which is this cute little black box. It does come with one of those little stoppers that helps to control the amount of powder that comes out, but I just took that off, and I just like to dip my beauty blender sponge right into that powder. And just so you guys don't think I'm cheating, I also did that to the Laura Mercier. I didn't do it on purpose, but it happened accidentally because it did break. This baby has been through a lot with me, so I go ahead and just dip my beauty blender sponge right into the powder as well. They're two different colors. The Laura Mercier is like a yellow tinge to it, has like a yellow tint, which personally makes me feel better because I really like that kind of banana tone for underneath my eyes. And the e.l.f. HD setting powder actually is just translucent white. So it may be scary, and the first thing I think about when I see this powder is I better not use flash photography because my under eyes are going to be white. So we will see how it works out with flash photography. So I'm using my beauty blender sponge. As you can see, it is damp, and you can tell that it's damp because it is double its size. So I'm going to use it first on the Laura Mercier powder. I'm gonna go ahead and apply it to the right side. I'm going to use the other side of the beauty blender sponge that we didn't use already for the Laura Mercier, using this side right here, and I'm going to use it to apply the e.l.f. setting powder. It's currently 9:25, so I will see you guys at 9:30, and we are going to blend it out. 9:30 on the dot. So big reveal time, we're gonna blend. So I'm gonna use two different brushes to actually blend out both of the products. I'm gonna use this one for the Laura Mercier, and I'm gonna use this one for the e.l.f. because I've been using this one with the e.l.f. one already. So when I first used the e.l.f. powder, I kind of freaked out because I saw that it started like clumping. As you can see, it's kind of clumping underneath the eyes, and I started freaking out. I'm like, I hope it doesn't cake my makeup because that's gonna suck. But as you can see, the Laura Mercier doesn't really do that. It just sits on the skin. And now we're going to blend out the Laura Mercier powder. So to be quite honest with you, when the e.l.f. powder blends out initially, it just completely like smooths out my skin. I don't know if you can tell the difference here, but this side of my face, like you can barely see like the under eye circles. Not that I have any like dramatic looking ones, but you can kind of see like where your under eye see, like with the Laura Mercier, you can still see it and it's still like a little bit dark there. And I'm telling you, I applied like you guys saw, I applied pretty much the same amount to both sides. As you can see, I applied some blush, but I'm not going to apply any highlighter because I don't want to impair what we're gonna compare at the end of the day. So no highlighter today. This is going to be my makeup for the day, super simple. And we're gonna come back in 5 to 6 hours and see which powder held up the best. 2:53 p.m., so almost 3. It has been a little over 5 hours since we last saw each other, and I wanted to give you guys an update on how everything looks. When I did go off camera, I did kind of redo my brows because they were looking quite funky. It was pretty early in the morning and I was kind of rushing to like do everything so that I can hit the 9:30 mark. So this part, nobody has touched it. I have not touched it at all, but I have noticed some changes in both sides that I wanted to talk to you guys about. So, as you can see, I mean, there's really no super strong difference between the two sides. I do notice personally that the Laura Mercier side does show my under eye circles a lot more than the other side does, like the e.l.f. side. But what I did notice about the side from e.l.f. is that although it does really smooth out the under eye area, it does change color. So I did note the ingredients. In the Laura Mercier powder, the primary ingredient is talc. In the e.l.f. powder, there is a primary ingredient, which I will list right here or in the description box. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's more so, it's a form of a silicone. So both talc and this ingredient for the e.l.f. powder kind of do the same thing, which is, you know, it's to like resist any oils, to stay nice and matte, and to produce an opaque kind of look. So they both do that, but they have different kind of, I guess you would say, side effects. Whereas, you know, the talc may or may not irritate some skin. The other ingredient in the e.l.f. powder, I have seen in some forums that a lot of people claim that mineral makeup uses this ingredient in their powders and foundations, and that it has tended to leave the skin looking quite orange, especially like towards the end of the day. I did notice that orangey look. The Laura Mercier powder is a lot sheerer, so that is definitely, it's not necessarily a con, it's just whether you want something totally full coverage or if you want something a little less full coverage that you can possibly build it up. I'm still gonna use the e.l.f. HD powder, but I'm not gonna use it when I do flash photography because as you can see in the photos that I'm posting right now, I did do a side-by-side. So this is me with the e.l.f. HD powder and the Laura Mercier. I took this directly after I did the product application, and I used flash with this look. So that is the result. Obviously you can see a really bright white cast with that e.l.f. HD powder. Obviously the Laura Mercier powder does not give you a flashback, which is great, and I can honestly attest to that because I've been using it, like I said, for a long time. I've never had any issues with white casting. The e.l.f. powder will have some white casting. So there's your con for that. If you're not going to be doing any flash photography and you just are going to wear it to be around, then definitely utilize the e.l.f. HD powder, especially if you're on a budget, because I really am just a fan of how smooth it leaves my under eye area. Do I think it's a Laura Mercier dupe? It could quite possibly be. Like I said, it does have its cons. The Laura Mercier powder actually does have its cons as well. As far as coverage and reduction of under eye circles, the e.l.f. HD powder is so much better in my opinion. If you want to see more videos of me comparing these products, definitely let me know in the comments section. You know, you can hit me up on social media. Let me know what you thought of this video. And I hope it was informative to you. Let me know if you've tried either of these products and which one you think is the best. I will see you again very soon in yet another video.